Well, welcome into Pembroke, North Carolina, Lumber River EMC Stadium. Trevor Williams with you, Joseph Thornton alongside for the call for the first time this year of UNCP women's soccer. Glad to have you with us on a beautiful Sunday evening. 88 degrees here at Lumber River EMC Stadium and clear skies up overhead. Joseph, this is going to be an exciting way to start it. Two teams that are both have high expectations this season, and the number 21 team here in-house against UNCP.
Absolutely, and UNC Pembroke is coming off a great season last year. They went 12-4-2, including 9-1-2 in the conference, so a great season by UNCP. So I'm hoping they can follow it up again this year with another strong performance here today.
All right, well, we're going to see how it all gets started. Let's meet the starters for the two sides. We'll start with Limestone College. The Saints, the number 21 team in the NCAA Division II ranks right now. They lost their first match of the season. On the forwards, Ali Winglowski, Alex Mathis, and Daniel Murray. Then in the midfield, Leah Hippoff, Eileen Svensson, Holly Rockcliffe, Selena Bavlet. And then the defenders, Millie Shaw, Ashton Bowles, Naraya Capstein, and the keeper, Veronica Smeltzer. For UNCP, they have Kate Weisner, Stacy Scott, Carly Rochelle as the forwards, Alexis Pittman, Christina Stevenson, and Jasmine Senecal Guzman as the midfielders, Haley Stewart and Alexis Hurd, Katie Ryan along the back line, along with Gina Ryan in net for Pembroke. So we're underway on the far side, and already Limestone College will get the first look offensively with it. Bavelet working along that far side touchline. New benches here. Joseph, the pitch looks a little different this season than in years past.
It really does. I mean, especially with all the renovations that they did, making the soccer field so much better. I mean, it's so much clearer now. So much clearer.
Very nicely done by the Lumber River EMC. Big thanks to them. New gates here at the pitch as well. Out back right now, Leah Hippoff with it, trying to work it to the midfield. Now UNCP will get its first chance to counterattack. Along this near side, Kate Weisner working near the touchline, goes ahead and crosses it in front of net. It's off the foot of Stacy Scott, and it settles right at the base of the keeper, Veronica Smeltzer. Something we'll see a lot of from UNCP. They're a very aggressive offensive team. Last year, 36 goals on 303 shot attempts. That was their first shot attempt of the season. Nice footwork along the near side. Was able to run down Millie Shaw towards the corner of the 18, and it's blocked up by Katie Ryan.
Yes, and I should point out that out of the 303 shots that we attempted last year, 153 of those were on goal.
That is correct. 50.5% of those shots for UNCP. You mentioned Limestone College. They are a very good shot on goal team as well. They had 9 shots in their first match of the season, coming off a loss to Lenore Ryan, and of those 9 shots, 7 were on goal. Goal kick already coming here for UNCP. And the 2016 Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Year goalkeeper Gina Ryan. Heading into the 3rd minute of play at Lumber River EMC Stadium. We don't have a clock on the broadcast today. We will have it eventually this season, working through some of the early season kinks. Deflection out of play. Pembroke's still going to play with it down to the left side. A header out off of Pembroke's Kate Weisner. And Joseph, UNC Pembroke, the soccer team right now, this women's soccer team, probably the team to watch across all sports in the fall season, expected to have a very good year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, especially since we have 3 players that were named to the preseason and then Peach Belt all-conference squad, those being Stacy Scott, Jasmine Senecal Guzman, and, of course, our goalkeeper, Gina Ryan.
They all do a fantastic job, and last season, as you mentioned, a great year, 12-4-2, 4-0-2 here at home. No losses at what used to be varsity grounds, renamed, of course, with the reworking by the Lumber River EMC. Be throwing far side for Limestone College. The Saints trying to get back in rhythm. They were a tough team to play last year, 18-2, and they went 11-0 in the Conference Carolinas. In conference play, won the regular season title, and then they also won the conference tournament.
Yes, and we actually went to Limestone last year and lost by a score of 1-0, so hopefully we return the favor here today.
And that was the season opener for Limestone College last year. Now UNC Pembroke gets to have its season opener at home, hosting the Saints. They'll fight the defensive side, controlled by Limestone College, to work it back towards the middle of the field. Trying to advance it up and play it through. Bavelet works it out to the far side. Going to keep it at the feet. Stepping up to take away by UNCP. It's Christina Stevenson. Wants to thread a pass and able to cut underneath it. Naraya Capstein. Here's one player behind, a nice through ball, and on the attack now, here come the Saints towards the edge of the 18. They'll thread it back up top. Rockcliffe, one of the team captains, twirling it back out to the corner of the box. He'll come across, a little wide of net. Gina Ryan able to just let that go by. And no, you're not seeing double on that defensive back line. Gina Ryan, her twin sister, Katie, is along the back line for UNCP. 4-3-3 formation that head coach Lars Anderson runs here with the Braves. 17th season for Coach Anderson. 170 wins here at UNCP. Along this near side with some room to run, the Braves. They were offside. Aggressive style, you're going to see that from time to time. They try to really get the ball and advance it forward. They like to play the big ball, UNCP.
Absolutely, and Stacy Scott, she's one that always plays aggressive because out of all the returners, she led the team last year with 8 goals, so that's pretty impressive for her.
One of the notable names missing for the Braves at the start, Christine Rolfs. Injured here at the start of the season. They will get her back eventually, but not for the home opener. The Braves were supposed to play last Thursday, but their game was rained out. Conditions not playable at Coker. Throwing along the near side for the Braves belongs with Katie Ryan. Has deflected out. We'll try again a little further down the pitch towards the attacking third.
Yes, and I believe that the game that Coker that got rained out, I think they're going to move to tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, I think I saw.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a tough go for UNCP to play back-to-back nights, but they will. The scheduling early this season. Lenore Ryan was the opponent last week for Limestone College. They haven't had a lot of fun facing Lenore Ryan. 0-8-1 after the loss in overtime last week, all time. UNCP able to step through and dispossess it. For a moment, it was on the foot of Alexis Pittman, one of the stud freshman recruits. And now here's a through ball, maybe somebody off, and playing around it is Stacy Scott with a left foot a little too high and over the crossbar. And she was onside, according to the near side line judge. The junior from Jacksonville nearly put it home for the Braves.
What a great effort that was by Stacy Scott. Great effort. I'm sure we'll be seeing much more of that later on.
A nice pass originally to get it through between Pittman starting the play at the midfield, working it through the attacking third. Stacy Scott, you got to watch out. A season ago led the team with 8 goals, 3 game winners, including a big upset win against Columbus State. It was the number 9 team in the country when UNCP beat them last season. Braves have the throw-in. Down on that side, Katie Ryan, the sophomore from Cape Carteret. Towards the corner flag it goes, and Limestone College will take possession. Speaking of those officials, head referee is David McFun, Andrew Arendt, and Derek View are the line judges. Beautiful night for soccer for the first time this season for the Braves in 2017. Solely up into the midfield it goes. And here go the Saints. Danielle Murray playing it outside, square with Selena Bavlet. And back up to the point, down to the near side through Rockcliffe. Rockcliffe trying to thread it behind towards Murray. Murray one-on-one with Gina Ryan, and she's able to punch it with the left hand and keep it free in the box. It's tough to find a way around Gina Ryan, the sophomore who saved 85% of shots against her last season. Not a shot there, but good work in the box to get out and get to that free ball. No score, we got just under 36.5 minutes left in the first half. Minute number 15 of this contest already. Like the beginnings of a boxing match, both teams just kind of feeling each other out right now. Seeing the best try so far for UNCP and Stacy Scott down on the back line of the Saints.
Yeah, so with the record that Limestone kind of had last year, I figured they'd come out and be a little more aggressive, but right now we're beating them as far as the aggressive side.
And you got to feel like Limestone has something to prove after the season opening loss. This is a long run down to the end line, all alone down by Millie Shaw, and then UNCP is able to control it. It's a couple times, though, that Limestone has had that free run on the near side. Talk about good defenses. Limestone College, yeah, one of the best in the country last year, allowing just 10 goals last season. 11th best in the NCAA in goals against average, just a half a goal a game for the opposition.
See, we didn't do so bad on defense also because we recorded, we allowed only like 18 goals last year, I think it was.
That is right, defensively 18 goals allowed, 1 goal per game. Stacy Scott trying to fight with along the near side, is able to keep possession with the Braves. Be a throw in coming for Katie Ryan. Ryan looking for a little real estate on the edge of the box. It's flicked down to the back of a header and now cleared out by Limestone up to Murray. Trying to wheel and look to advance upfield. Has a runner up, Alexis Mathis. Fighting step for step with the Braves, and now Mathis being forced towards the corner by Alexis Hurd, a redshirt junior from Jacksonville, North Carolina. A header clear out along that back line by Jasmine Senecal Guzman, another one of those captains for UNCP. Guzman, Scott, and Rochelle, the captains for the Braves this season. 33:55 to go in the half. Katie Martin. Last to touch that square pass across the pitch. Knocked it out of play. The head coach for Limestone College, Sam Holmes. First year as the head coach, 3 years an assistant for the Saints. Like Lars Anderson of the Braves, he played soccer overseas. Limestone working into the box, and it's cleared off that back line by Senecal Guzman again. Up towards Shannon O'Neill. He's now got a lot of room to run, some green grass in front. Tries to feed it outside, but a miss hit. Taken away immediately by Holly Rockcliffe. Now Rockcliffe trying to pace it step for step. Is able to get one around backline defender for UNCP. It's fed back up top. Limestone looking for a service in. Allie Winglowski, one of the captains for Limestone, couldn't get it done. Big save by Gina Ryan and cleared off by Senecal Guzman. That's the first big save we've had to see Gina Ryan make tonight.
Yes, it was Senecal Guzman to be right there with her excellent athleticism. She is a great defender.
Really one of the important ones for the Braves. First team All-PBC last year. Could become just the 13th player in conference history to win first team honors all 4 years of their respective collegiate careers. That's quite an accomplishment for Guzman.
Definitely an accomplishment.
Have a lot of work to do this season. Upfield, Stacy Scott, the lone striker, trying to run it down, but out the top of the box, Limestone College will knock it back with Leah Hippoff. 7 of the starting 11 for Limestone this evening are not from the United States. See a lot of Germany and Europe on this team, as well as some Sweden and France in there as well. Down towards the end line, trying to get across in towards net, Alex Mathis, but it is deflected out by Guzman, and a corner kick coming for Limestone, the first corner kick for either side tonight. 31-37 to go in the first half. Shots even at 1, and here comes a set piece for Limestone. How their game ended in overtime at Lenore-Ryan. 12 seconds left in the first overtime, and Lenore-Ryan converted on a corner kick to win it 1-0. Towards the middle of the 18 it goes, but it's headed out by UNCP. Racing to it quickly, Carly Rochelle, the redshirt sophomore from Maple Hill, North Carolina. Able to work outside with Alexis Pittman. The middle of the pitch. Stacy Scott looked like she was going to be offside. Ball never got to her. Still pinballing around for UNCP in the attacking half. Now one step around for Kate Weissner towards the corner of the 18. Crosses in front. It's knocked free for a moment. Pittman gets a foot to it and blocked by the back line.
That was a great effort by Pittman.
Looked like Holly Rockcliffe got in the way of it, the junior from Preston, England. Leader in shots last time out against Lenore-Ryan for the Limestone College Saints. That time having to become a defender.
I guess in soccer you have to alternate positions a time or two also.
Do it for the team and stepped up big time on that back line. Now Limestone trying to get it going offensively. They work it out with Allie Winglowski, the senior. Both of these teams a lot of returners. Bringing back many of their goals and a lot of their veteran play. It should make for a really good opening match on the season for the Braves. One deflection off the shoulder of Millie's shot, trying to play it back in towards the 18. Now it's cleared off by the Braves. One step to it, Scott. Now she's got the long stride upfield. Threads a pass towards Pittman. Beats the last defender. 1v1 with the keeper. Pittman has it saved off the line by Veronica Smeltzer. Beautiful passing from Stacy Scott up to Alexis Pittman, but Pittman couldn't put it away. Coming off her line, Veronica Smeltzer to get to it.
It was a great effort by Alexis Pittman, and she's a freshman out of Greensboro, so who knows what we can see out of her today.
One of just a couple freshmen that Lars Anderson was able to bring in the last class. It's a good thing if you ask the head coach, because he didn't lose a lot from his good team a season ago.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I mean, he returns a lot of talent, a lot of athleticism, a lot of skill. I mean, you can't ask for nothing better.
Yeah, he's one of the very prized possessions of the coaching staffs at UNCP. The only head coach, in fact, in the history of Pembroke women's soccer. Season number 17. Lars came to the U.S. in 1987 as a high school exchange student. His offense trying to get another free shot, and it's just redirected away by Veronica Smeltzer. Nearly able to get to that on the back end was Kate Weissner. Comes Limestone up the near side touchline again. The Braves have had the better pressure in the first 17 minutes of this contest. Nice individual battle there, one back by the Saints. Gonna work it back to the wide side of the field. Now stepping right up the middle. Come the Saints to get it out towards the corner, and a try by the right foot of Millie Shaw, the junior, who had 2 shots on goal the first match of the year for Limestone College, but well wide of net that time. Gina Ryan not too concerned. Braves last season, not only good at home, but great in conference play. 9-1-2 in the Peach Belt. Peach Belt, one of the tougher conferences.
Oh, it is. Definitely is, because there's so much talent in one conference. I mean, who thought there would be so much talent in just one conference, you know?
You talk about the team that is ahead of UNCP. The only other team that received first place votes in the coaches' preseason poll in the Peach Belt, that was Columbus State, the number 3 team in the country. The team that the Braves knocked off here at home a season ago. Danielle Murray trying to serve one in towards the top of the 18th. Senecal Guzman right there again. We'll reset it. Nyara Capstein trying to play to the near side, but it is cleared off of a Saint by Kate Weissner. Weissner from South Carolina, Hilton Head Island. And even though head coach Lars Anderson is from Sweden originally, the Braves do not have the European influence that Limestone College does.
They do not. They do not.
A lot of North and South Carolina on the roster. Senecal Guzman, of course, though, is from out of the country, very close by, Montreal, Canada. Ball just out on this near side. Athletic try to save it for Shannon O'Neill, but couldn't keep it in. Right now, 3-2 in shots. UNCP has the slim advantage. Last season, they allowed close to 14 shots a game offensively. They posted nearly 17. Limestone has the throw down towards the corner flag on the south end of Lumbee River EMC Stadium. Here comes the step and the service in with the right foot against Senecal Guzman on the back end. It's deflected down to the left foot of Millie Shaw towards the end line, and Shaw unable to turn it back in for a cross. It actually is deflected off of UNCP in a second corner coming for Limestone tonight. This time they'll take it the opposite flag, the southeast corner of the field. You know, these are what make a coaching staff nervous, Joseph. The set pieces, and Limestone College has gotten the early looks at the set tries.
Oh, yes.
That one not even going to make it in front of net. Crossed on top of the twine, and Gina Ryan able to pop it up off the net. Now set it down for a goal kick.
And see, and there are some teams that can nail a corner kick almost perfectly, but in other cases, it all depends on where you land it.
I'll just talk to Lenore Ryan about that and their 1-0 overtime win over Limestone. Limestone starting in the top 25 at a season's beginning for the first time in program history, but if they lose tonight, they might be out of that top 25 as quickly as they were placed there.
I'm sure they will.
Trying to wait along the back line, Stacy Scott, but the pass, the through ball, too far out in front. It'll settle at the feet of Veronica Smeltzer. Smeltzer, an interesting story, the junior from Glendora, California, actually switched over teams at Limestone College, was playing field hockey the last 2 years, and decided she'd had enough of that, and now turns over to play soccer for the Saints. The keeper already has had 2 important saves. Angling around at the feet, Holly Rockcliffe, the third-team All-American. Ball free in the midfield, and the Braves will win it back. One step outside to the near side. Now Weissner has a chance to go forward with it. Last year, 3 goals for Weissner, 1 game winner. Long cross in towards the box, but it's just going to one-hop into the keeper, Smeltzer. Last year, Limestone College had Meredith Bailey as their keeper, 8th in the nation with .47 goals against per contest. Now here come the Saints on the attack. Nearing the top of the 18, they'll leave it outside, cross towards the box. Guzman with the header. Senecal Guzman able to keep it off the back line. Actually, that was Haley Stewart stepping up for it. A long shot into Gina Ryan, but the Braves will take that every time from distance. Gina Ryan very sure-handed.
I mean, Gina Ryan is one of the best goalies in the Peach Belt Conference.
If not the best.
Yeah, if not the best.
Just a sophomore. Stacy Scott trying to play it up in front of Pittman. One hop into the hands of Smeltzer. Scott and Pittman, they seem to have a good rapport right now in the early stages. We're about 23 minutes in. Scoreless, shots even at 3. Footed on the outside by Shaw. Tries to work around the marking defender to the end line. Here comes the cross behind Ryan towards the back post. Ryan has it deflected once, and now it's put back home by the Saints. And they grab the early advantage. Trying to get a look at the number. It might have been Emma Hickson to finish it off. It is the first goal of the season for Limestone College. And by the looks of it, it was Emma Hickson, a sophomore from Blackpool, England. That was with 21:55 to go. So 1-0 Limestone College. Hickson's first goal of the season for the Saints. Up along this near side it goes. Trying to turn it off the foot, Leah Hippoff. Plays upfield once to Murray. Trying to find it off Carly Rochelle. That again there, Joseph, though, for Limestone College. A nice cross. They got it to that backside post, and that's where they had Gina Ryan out of position. Pass trying to lead Kate Weissner along the near side, but it was too far out front. Weissner a little frustrated.
Yes, they can't get frustrated now because it's still early. Anything can happen.
You see off that last goal, it might have actually been Selena Bavalette. Bavalette's wearing number 8. Playing it away from goal, Veronica Smeltzer. Katie Ryan trying to fight with it along the near side touchline, but fought off. A good defensive effort by Millie Shaw. Quick play up ahead towards Murray. Knocked down by Senecal Guzman. Now being chased from behind, tries to pass upfield. There's that big pass that the Braves are trying to play. It was Selena Bavalette with the goal at the 21:55 mark. The freshman from Nice, Germany. Under 20 minutes to go in the first half. Offside Limestone College. UNCP will take over there. Sub waiting at the table on the far side for the Saints. Looks like they've got a second moving that way as well. They're going to have plenty of subs to work with. Lars Anderson, the early part of this season, he doesn't have necessarily a lot of depth on his team. It's something he's talked about in the preseason.
I know, and I know that's something that Lars Anderson said that he wanted to work on, but as we can tell, he didn't really do a good job of it. But he's still a good coach regardless, I'll admit.
He's just going to need a lot of minutes from his key starters. Here's a nice shot by Weissner, but wide to the far side post.
Stacy Scott almost got there, but she came just a little bit too late.
A little tough to control out in front for Weissner. There's some subs on the far side. Heading out, Emma Hickson is off the pitch and in. By the looks of it was, well,
looks like number 0, Savannah Markey, came in.
There we go, that could be right. Thought I had pretty good eyes. I could use some bigger numbers on these uniforms. 18.5 minutes left in the first half. Murray on the near side just taps it out. Braves will have possession. There was a second substitution as well for Limestone College.
Stand by.
Kyra Reese in for Alex Mathis and Savannah Markey for Emma Hickson. So those are the changes for Limestone. You're not going to see a lot of subbing from the Braves. Here comes another corner for the Saints after Haley Stewart redirected that out the end line. Trying to take away the crossing opportunity. Over to take the corner kick for the Saints, Holly Rockcliffe, the junior from England. Limestone sets up with 2 back defending the forward Stacy Scott at the midfield stripe. Service in by Rockcliffe towards the far side. Maybe a Brave got a header to it. Out towards the corner it goes with Kyra Reese. Another corner kick coming now for Limestone College. UNCP has its first sub waiting at the table across the way. They'll have to wait until after the set piece. From the far side, the Saints set it up. They'll drop this one right into the center of net. Gina Ryan able to sky up and make the catch with 2 paws. 1-0 Limestone, 16.5 minutes to go in the first half. A glancing header, and Limestone now leads 5 shots to 4.
And it looks like number 2, Katie Watkins, comes onto the field for the Braves, and number 12, Shannon O'Neill, heads to the bench.
Watkins, a senior from Kannapolis, North Carolina, making her first appearance of the season. Scored 3 times last year, twice offering game winners. Another switch here for Limestone College. They will take off Selena Bavlet, who had the goal, and bring in Aline Svensson, the sophomore from Abo, Sweden. A 5'7" midfielder. The goal for Bavlet was at 21:55. It is the only ball that has found the back of net this evening. Murray trying to run around the marking defender, does fend off that defender with a left hand. Gets physical along the far side now with Reese having it knocked down a play by Alexis Hurd, redshirt junior defender for the Braves. Hurd again stepping up that time to try to get it to Pittman on the far side. Lars Anderson wants a foul whistle with Pittman locked up. Now gets some free space and brings it out to the near side with Weissner, trying to run out in front of the defense. Top of the 18, Weissner, a strong strike with the right foot right at Smeltzer. Gobbled up by the keeper for Limestone College.
Stacy Scott was right there, running right beside Kate.
Weissner has had some great success working the runs along the near side towards the top of the 18. Braves have countered very well working from that far side back near. Now Scott has a chance to be behind and does get that big step. Looking to cross it back for Weissner. Leaves it a little too high, and it is knocked out and cleared off the line by Nyara Capstein. Still Braves possession, but the nice defensive play by Capstein, who's from Chile, a transfer out of the University of Memphis. Able to keep the keeper Smeltzer from having to make another save. Limestone trying to create a counter of its own. Settling and now carrying it up forward, Millie Shaw. Brings it to the outside with Murray. Murray, a left-footed cross, knocks off Guzman, then hits Stewart. Now it's cleared back one more time. One more step to the left for Shaw, trying to get to the end line for a cross. Fought off by Katie Ryan. And now one step around and able to dispossess and send it forward, Carly Rochelle. Trying to find Weissner on the near side, but Limestone gets there first and sends it back towards their own box. 13.5 minutes left in the opening half. Number 21 team in the country, Limestone College, leading 1-0. They're out of Gaffney, South Carolina.
Looks like a little miscommunication there by Limestone.
Yeah. Trying to work the pass ahead for them was Holly Rockcliffe, and she thought along the near side that Millie Shaw was going to break towards the corner flag. Millie did not go that way. Rockcliffe trying to carry forward, but it's cleared out by Haley Stewart. Throw-in coming for the Saints, and they will make another substitution. Coming off, Nyara Capstein. And coming on for Limestone College, Allie Bowles. Limestone, the 1-0 win a year ago over UNCP. They're trying to get another victory against the Braves. Braves will have to fight from behind tonight. Just over 12 minutes left in the half. Katie Ryan trying to work it along this near side, up towards Weissner. To midfield it goes, nothing but Saints to meet it. One step forward, Senecal Guzman clears it off the 18. You got to think Lars Anderson's probably pretty happy with the opportunities that his side has generated so far in the first half, Joseph.
I'm sure he is. I mean, Lars Anderson knows how to coach these girls. I mean, he coaches them real good. I mean, 17 years at the helm, and he's the only coach that UNC Pembroke women's soccer has had. So, obviously, he knows what he's doing.
They want to keep him around for as long as they possibly can. Great character as well. One of the best to talk to if you have some free time around the Jones Athletic Center. One step up and kind of off balance, Christina Stevenson trying to get to the ball. Wasn't able to possess it. The Saints happy to swing it back around square on their defensive third. Got to watch out for Stacy Scott. Just trying to prey on that back line, see if they would put a bad pass through. Now again, play settling into the middle of the field. Watkins trying to get a header to it. The Saints win the battle once. Guzman tries to play it upfield quickly. You have to wonder when the fatigue will set in for the Braves versus Limestone College. With already Limestone making many substitutions, and they have another waiting at the table. UNCP might only be 2 or 3 deep on the bench tonight. They now have a second substitution waiting at the table. Coming up towards the top of the 18, Veronica Smeltzer to play it on the roll. So 2 substitutions waiting across the way. Shots even at 5. Limestone College up 1-0 with 10 minutes to go in the half. Senecal Guzman kind of playing a little bit of a hybrid off the back line. Up in towards the midfield from time to time.
Senecal shows great athleticism on defense.
She really does. And then right there it was Kyra Reese trying to get the cross in and had it deflected off of UNCP. So a corner kick coming for Limestone College.
Okay, the substitutions are coming in. For Limestone, it looks like number... See, I can't really tell who that is. Looks like number...
Might be 31.
21, actually. 21, Shaylin Dotery, the forward out of Fort Mill, South Carolina, came in.
So Shaylin Doherty in. She's holding on near side post. The corner kick goes long along the far side of the pipes.
He said, I couldn't see who came in for UNC Pembroke during the substitution.
We'll take a quick scan. We'll find them. Looks like the new addition for the Braves is Riley Searing, a freshman from Waxhaw, North Carolina. Searing now playing as one of the forwards up front with Scott and Weissner. But this is Murray's chance inside the 18. Trying to weave a couple defenders with a right foot. Gina Ryan's taken to the grass and able to make the save down to her left. 4-sport high school athlete, Gina Ryan. Not just in soccer, but also volleyball, basketball, and track. Weissner trying to play it forward for herself off the header towards the corner of the 18. Nice defensive play by the Saints backline defender there in the corner, able to redirect it with a left foot. It was Allie Bowles.
It's like Katie Ryan's going to be doing a throw-in for UNC Pembroke.
Bowles, who just made that stop, first appearance of the season. Came in as a sub here in the later portion of this half from Evans, Georgia, Jr. Just over 7.5 minutes. Braves trying to find an equalizer in this first half. Murray trying to step it away once. Searing towards the end line. Shoved down to the turf. No whistle. Searing throws up a right arm. Wanted a call, didn't get it. For the most part, David McFunn's just let them play here this evening so far at LREMC Stadium. Not a lot of whistles. If any, come to think of it at this point. I don't think we've had one foul whistled to either side. We do have an offside. Weissner was behind the backline defenders.
And no fouls by both teams. I'm sure that's something that both coaches will definitely love right there.
Sometimes you see coaches who like to foul a little bit more just to impose a bit of aggressiveness. Braves playing pretty free right now. Scott towards end line, maybe pulled to the turf, but again, no whistle. She was able to knock it off of Limestone College though, so here comes the first corner kick for UNCP.
Also number 25, Christina Stevenson, is going to be attempting the corner for UNC Pembroke.
Yep, Stevenson, the red shirt sophomore. Did not register a goal last year, has the chance to set this up on the set piece for the Braves. Scott trying to get free right in front of net. The tall imposing figures. It goes back post and is headed off that far side by Leah Hippoff. Braves trying to hold it on in. Ball is loose inside of 10 yards from net, but Searing was unable to get there ahead of the keeper Smeltzer. Now at midfield, one step up by Katie Ryan. Poked free by the Saints. Towards back it goes with Smeltzer. From the top of the 18, drives it forward. Watkins able to punch it free for a moment. Searing in a foot race to this near side. Trying to set up the cross opportunity towards the end line. Does get it towards front of net, and it knocks off of Weissner and is now cleared off the end line by Savannah Markey. Another good opportunity along this near side flow for the Braves.
The Braves have had ample opportunities at this game for those kind of moves, but they just can't seem to capitalize.
They've had the crosses, nothing in the back of the net yet. Watkins, I think, knocked that off of Limestone. And she did, so corner kick coming. Again, Christina Stevenson heading towards that corner flag to take it from the northwest side of Columbia River EMC Stadium. Again, Scott will plant right in front of the net. Nearly shoulder to shoulder with the keeper, Smeltzer. Stevenson with the send in. It goes towards the back post, and a whistle comes. Foul against the Braves. They were holding on inside the box. Limestone will take it. They had something brewing there towards that backside post with their substitution here in the half. Searing. Riley Searing, the freshman. So both Searing and Alexis Pittman getting action in the first half of the season opener for the Braves, the two freshmen on this roster for UNCP. Under 4 minutes to go in the opening half. 1-0, Limestone College leading. Senecal Guzman trying to play it forward for Searing. This is a big ball up in front of Searing. Tries to settle it on a half volley with the right foot and knocks it off of a defender for a corner kick. So now a flurry of corner kicks for UNCP in the last few minutes. That last opportunity touched by Alex Mathis.
As in this one, they'll be doing the corner kick from the opposite side.
And you see some teams switch off who will take the corner from either side, but this will remain Christina Stevenson's corner kick. This is the third corner for UNCP, 5 for Limestone College so far. Send-ins towards the backside post, tapped with the left hand out by Smeltzer. Running to the outside, Murray trying to just clear it upfield, and does towards her own bench. Cleared it out of play. The coaches on that far side disagree for Limestone College. Sam Holmes, as we said, 3 years an assistant, now the head coach for the Saints. He launched the Minot State University soccer program in North Dakota back in 2010. He promptly took him to the postseason and now has found success. Winners of the conference tournament in the Conference Carolinas the last 2 seasons. Preseason pick to win the conference, Limestone College. UNCP picked 3rd in the Peach Belt. Searing Marked straight on and taken away by Leah Hippoff. I'm trying to race to it on the near side, but unable to get there in time, Kate Weissner. So it will remain with Limestone. We're under 2 minutes to go now in the half. For Limestone College, you get the feeling now just trying to hang on and get it to the break with the 1-0 advantage. A header by Katie Ryan, trying to flick it back towards Weissner. Now off of the back alley, Bowles swings it around. Up into the midfield with Rockcliffe. One more step up towards Murray along this near side touchline. Murray just able to keep it inside the paint. Surveying back, gonna redirect towards the top of the box. Tries to find a runner. But good defense by the Braves and Carly Rochelle to keep it off of the 18. Now you get the feeling the Braves are trying to hold on in the final minute. Limestone trying to create an advantage. And they will move forward on a foul against Carly Rochelle, the redshirt sophomore captain from Maple Hill, North Carolina. So a set piece coming from distance now for Limestone College. Set back a ways, Holly Rockcliffe to take this set piece opportunity off the foul. Goes towards the center net. Looked like Senecal Guzman got a foot on it on a volley. And then Rochelle able to knock it off of Holly Rockcliffe along that near side, now to place. The throw coming for the Braves. They've got a lot of real estate to cover and not much time to do it. 20 seconds left in the half. First goal at the 21:55 mark, the remaining time in the half for Selena Beauvalette. Now under 10 seconds. Stepping up, Allie Wingloski trying to get into the box. One hopper to Ryan, who will scoop it up there, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play here at Lumbee River EMC Stadium. Joseph, there were opportunities for the Braves in the first half, but so far Limestone College a little cleaner, and they were able to get the one in the back of the net that counted.
Several opportunities for the Braves. They couldn't get anything going here in the first half, but we still got a whole nother half to play, so anything can happen.
This game has been mighty exciting. Shots just about even, 6-5, and Limestone College leading 1-0 on the scoreboard at the half. We'll take a timeout here on the Braves Media Network, and we'll come back with the stats from the first half. After this is Trevor Williams with you from Lumbee River Stadium and EMC, along with Joseph Thornton and our producer Matt Sabatis. Back after this here on the Braves Media Network.
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
As a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
The University of North Carolina at Pembroke was founded in 1887 by American Indians to provide education to the local community to ensure a pathway to success. Today, we're part of the world-renowned University of North Carolina system, but the spirit of our founding still guides us. Our strong academics are exemplified by standout programs in education, athletic training, business, and nursing, and by students working with professors on groundbreaking research. Explore the brave spirit today.
The Esther G. Maynard Honors College at UNC Pembroke offers driven students an advanced learning community to live, learn, and grow together while on campus. Our scholars not only take specialized honors courses as part of their general curriculum, but also enjoy regular co-curricular events on and off campus with access to opportunities exclusive to Honors College members. Find out more about our Maynard Honors College and our scholarships today.
The PBC is commitment.
The PBC is community.
The PBC is competition.
The PBC is character. We are the PBC.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
In Pembroke at the half, it is Limestone College 1 and the University of North Carolina Pembroke Braves nothing. Trevor Williams, Joseph Thornton, our producer Matt Sabatis along with you, alongside the rest of our great crew here at Lumbee River EMC Stadium, where it is 1-0 at the break. It was a 24th minute goal for Selena Bavlet. That was with 23 minutes and 5 seconds gone by the freshman with her first career goal in the collegiate ranks. The German able to put the Saints ahead 1-0. A quick look at a couple of the other comparisons right now. Limestone College 6-5 leading in shots. We told you they had the great shot on goal percentage. Their first time out this season was 7 of 9 on goal against Lenore Ryan. They have been just as good tonight against UNCP. 5 of their 6 shots have been on frame this evening. And Joseph, that's a big difference maker for Limestone when you consider that they're able to generate some big time pressure against the Braves.
Very big. I mean, in the last game, going 7 of 9.
Yep, 7 of 9 against Lenore Ryan.
And seeing here going 5 out of 6, that's 83%. That's a pretty big difference in comparison.
Now, you don't see a lot of teams shooting 80% plus shots on goal. Couple saves for Limestone as well, both for Veronica Smeltzer in net. 1 foul against the Saints. They got 5 corner kicks in the first half. No offside penalties against Limestone. For UNCP, 5 shots, 2 of them on frame. 4 saves for Gina Ryan behind it all. 2 fouls against the Braves. 3 corner kicks once UNCP was offside. So that's how the stats look in this first half. And Joseph, you have to think here at the break, Lars Anderson has seen a lot of things that he's been happy with probably. They've gotten plenty of chances and really some phenomenal runs, especially to this near side in the first half.
Great chances, and I mean, yes, they've had ample opportunities to try to see if they can either take a lead or tie the game up, but they've come up just short every time, so we'll see what they can do here in the second half.
Yep, they will be looking for an equalizer. We'll take another break at the half here at Lumbee River EMC Stadium, where it is Limestone College, number 21 team in the country, leading your UNC Braves 1-0. Back with more of the half and eventually our second half of action here on the Braves Media Network.
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
The University of North Carolina at Pembroke was founded in 1887 by American Indians to provide education to the local community to ensure a pathway to success. Today, we're part of the world-renowned University of North Carolina system, but the spirit of our founding still guides us. Our strong academics are exemplified by standout programs in education, athletic training, business, and nursing, and by students working with professors on groundbreaking research. Explore the brave spirit today.
The Esther G. Maynard Honors College at UNC Pembroke offers driven students an advanced learning community to live, learn, and grow together while on campus. Our scholars not only take specialized honors courses as part of their general curriculum, but also enjoy regular co-curricular events on and off campus with access to opportunities exclusive to Honors College members. Find out more about our Maynard Honors College and our scholarships today.
The PBC is commitment.
The PBC is community.
The PBC is competition.
The PBC is character. We are the PBC.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Second half of play just underway here at Lumbee River EMC Stadium. Trevor Williams, Joseph Thornton with you on the call here tonight on a beautiful Sunday evening, Labor Day weekend here in Pembroke. You're just saying there at the half, Joseph, this is as comfortable as it gets. It seems like we're finally into that month of September. Things may be cooling down a little bit.
Absolutely, and the humidity won't be so hot, which means the outside temperatures are going to be absolutely nice.
Being a Northwest guy, that is music to my ears, my friend. I love it.
Yes, and other than the South my whole life, so I can't. So I don't really have much to say.
You just wear it. You're just used to it now.
I'm used to it pretty much.
Long out far side, Alexis Pittman trying to get this half started with a bang for the Braves. Just edging inside the top of the 18, cleared off by Limestone. Quickly a send back in though by UNCP. And they love that big pass. It's what Coach Anderson wants to do, even from way out. He just wants to send it in and kind of create chaos in the box.
Absolutely. I mean, he's trying to throw off the other team by the looks of it.
He's got that athleticism that you've mentioned time and time again here in this broadcast tonight. So many great players. 3 preseason all-conference selections. We've switched sides. UNCP heading towards the south now here at Lumbee River EMC Stadium. And towards the north go the Limestone Saints. We gave you Limestone College's 11 during the half. UNCP up front has Kate Weissner, Stacy Scott, Carly Rochelle. Kind of leading the charge, although Rochelle at times has played back in the midfield for the Braves today. A step up by Stewart on the back line, working it forward to Scott. Trying to find Pittman racing around the midfield stripe, but unable to get a pass there to the freshman. Down along this near side, a good 1v1 matchup. Marked up, though, in that spot was Alex Mathis. Now tied up with Scott. Works back around this top side. Through Wingloski. Top of the 18, maybe just off the toes of Murray, but nothing to show for it for Limestone College. The Braves with 7 starters back from a season ago who played 15 or more games. Along the far side, the Saints trying to create another charge, looking to get across towards the end line. A big slide tackle along the end line by Katie Ryan. Trying to win the battle to come out with it, but what a play by Katie Ryan to stop off the cross attempt for Limestone College.
You could definitely tell she had the athleticism to stop that play from coming out.
She's got to take pride in that. She is the last line of defense in front of her twin sister, keeper Gina Ryan. Another touch out by the Braves. Pittman on a half volley to this near side. Trying to race down to it. There's Shannon O'Neill. And now one step up, and the race is on for Meredith Bailey. And knocked off the foot of Murray out the end line corner kick coming for Limestone College. Excuse me, that was Emma Hickson, not Meredith Bailey charging to it. Corner kick number 6 upcoming here for Limestone College. 1-0 Saints, just a couple minutes gone by here in half number 2. No lights on yet here at the pitch. Still plenty of North Carolina sunshine left on this Sunday evening. From the near side corner flag, the kick will come from Holly Rockcliffe. The captain serves it in towards the near side post, but it's wide already, out of play, rolling off the top of the net. That was a season to remember last year for Limestone College, Joseph. 18-2 on the year.
11-0 in the conference.
They've taken the Conference Carolinas by rough shot. NCAA Tournament 3 seed in the Southeast Regional, but they lost in the first round to Carson Newman. Through the midfield, trying to settle it for the Braves was Stevenson. Now rolls back out to Rochelle, looking to get it forward for Stevenson. That right defensive back able to get to it for Limestone College, Holly Rockcliffe. Redirected by UNCP, but right back to Smeltzer, and the junior will send it away from net for the Saints.
And Alexis Pittman was almost able to make a play on the ball there.
Pittman has been exciting to watch so far. First action in her UNC Pembroke career, but definitely shows some signs of extreme speed and athleticism. Could have a big career here in Pembroke. Through the midfield again, it goes for the Saints towards that far side touchline. Trying to mark it up is Katie Ryan. Beaten around on one step to the end line. Now across in, there's a lot of bodies and traffic in front of net, but the shot is high. It looked like maybe Alexis Phillips on the back end of that cross inside the 18. No, it was Danielle Murray, who eventually put the left foot on it, but too high up above the crossbar. There's Pittman again.
And Pittman is showing right now that she is definitely a force to be reckoned with out there on that soccer field right now.
Very aggressive, not playing like a freshman at all. Doesn't have the jitters, it seems, in game 1. Right-footed strike off Allie Winglowski, the senior forward from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, but that was a wide shot as well. Gina Ryan will take those kinds of looks all day. If shots are coming from the 18 or beyond, it's very hard to beat the Braves keeper. When Limestone created the havoc in the 24th minute, it was on a beautiful cross to the back post for Bovlett to finish it off. Katie Ryan on the far side, able to touch it off of a Saint. Still going the Braves' direction. Here comes the throw. Rochelle has it roll off the forehead, trying to settle it along that far side. Murray now racing to it, and the Braves decide just to set up defensively. Cleared off out into the corner by Haley Stewart. The junior combination of Stewart and Senecal Guzman last year started 35 games. All 35 games those two played. When the Braves get back Christine Rolfs, those three started every match they played last year, 53 matches. It's a defensive backline that returns with that.
And I'm sure that's something that Laura Sanderson is happy to have back.
Yeah, and with that all-freshman Peach Belt Conference selection and Gina Ryan, it's going to be a defense to be reckoned with this year. Set piece coming here for Limestone College. Emma Hickson's going to take the initial look at it. Playing to work with along this near side post. Collision down on that side. Goal kick coming. Trying to get to it on the back end was Alex Mathis.
Alexis Hurd, number 15 for the Braves, hung in there real tightly with her in order to prevent anything from happening.
It's nice physical play. We only saw 3 fouls in total in the opening half. 2 against the Braves, 1 against the Saints. Limestone College trying to even up their week and go 1-1. UNCP will play again tomorrow night at Coker. It's a 7 p.m. kickoff there. Nearly nifty footwork along the far side to try to keep it in play, but the Braves will have the throw in. 36 minutes to go, plenty of time for UNC Pembroke. Last year averaged 2 goals a contest and nearly 17 shots a game. So far this evening, just 5 shots. They've been outshot 9-5. Maybe an opportunity brewing here towards the top of the 18. One redirection, great slide tackle to fend off a defender, and now coming in from behind to fight it off, Selena Bavlet. Braves trying to claim possession, and locked up in that battle was Shannon O'Neill, the sophomore. Instead, it is the Saints' opportunity to go on the attack. We're going to see that physicality increase here in the second half as the Braves get hungry.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially with them down 1-0 here in the second half, you better believe the Braves are going to come out more physical in this half.
One touch in the midfield by Seneca Guzman to try to redirect it back towards Pittman. Pittman switches directions, but the pass right into the feet of Emma Hickson. Rolls it on the near side, one step up for Alexis Hurd. Still a battle here along this midfield stripe. There's Seneca Guzman again. Hasn't let hardly anything by on that back line, at least not the part that she's been patrolling.
Seneca Guzman is a great defender for us.
Very fantastic. 3-time first teamer in the conference. The cross in towards the middle of the box, and Scott unable to find anybody on the back end. The pass off the half volley. Chested up and settled by Rochelle. Scott was maybe behind the last line of defense, but it won't matter. The pass way too far out in front, and it goes all the way into the 18.
And seeing again, we saw one of those real far out passes by the Braves. That's something that Laura Anderson loves to see it out on the soccer field.
Right now, very happy in front of his bench, clapping, trying to encourage his side. They're definitely trying to get locked into a little better possession, it seems, here in the second half. A little more meticulous, the Braves. Towards the outside it goes with on the outside, Shannon O'Neill. Rochelle still trying to keep it there with O'Neill. Sends it on the ground up towards Stevenson. But it's poked free towards Rockcliffe. Now Limestone College a chance. 33 minutes left in regulation. Braves hunting for an equalizer. Limestone College trying to extend a 1-0 advantage. There's one step around for the Saints, but the final flick a little too strong towards the end line, and Gina Ryan's able to go to her right to go get it.
Other than that lone blemish that Gina Ryan allowed in the first half, she's been really good with her save game.
And it's hard to even blame Ryan, as now there's a Brave down around the midfield stripe. Coming up limp on a left leg, Shannon O'Neill, and with the ball in the midfield, the official will stop it. And David McFun will call it time for O'Neill, who's having trouble putting any weight on her left leg. Couple teammates trying to hold on, and the athletic training staff coming out for the Braves. 32:44 to go in the second half. We'll take a timeout while Shannon O'Neill is attended to. 1-0 Limestone College leading UNC Pembroke here on the Braves Media Network. Back here at Lumbee River EMC Stadium, and the coach, Lars Anderson, carrying off Shannon O'Neill. Not what you want to see for a team that already, Joseph, is a little banged up and doesn't necessarily have a huge bench. It's a pretty big loss for the Braves right here in the early portion of the second half.
Definitely a big loss for the Braves, and they don't really have that deep of a bench. And I'm sure that the players they have on the field now are experiencing some fatigue a little bit.
They're going to have to dig deep and try to claw back. 1-0 Limestone College, number 21 team in the country, leading here after a 24th minute goal for Selena Bavelet.
Yes, and so who was it that came on for the Braves? I couldn't quite tell.
Check for that new addition.
Yes, it looks like number 2, Katie Watkins, is the one that came in.
There we go, and Watkins was the first substitution in the first half for Pembroke as well. Stevenson on the near side, trying to keep it in and just unable to control that ball. So the throw coming from Emma Hickson. The sophomore, one of a bushel players from England on this Limestone roster. I told you head coach Sam Holmes played overseas European soccer. Of course, Lars Anderson played in Sweden, former FIFA player. Anderson also served in the Swedish military in between his introduction to the United States as an exchange student and the completion of his collegiate degree. Pittman trying to settle at the top of the 18. Scott one touch back out. Now a little off balance out there. Weissner lost her footing for a second. A lot of rain a couple days back, but the field's had some time to bounce back since then. It's in nice condition here at LREMC Stadium. Facilities crews all around for all the different sports here at UNC Pembroke do a great job keeping the grounds. Football was home last week, big week this week, with soccer starting off here at home tonight and volleyball on Tuesday with 2 matches. Those will be here on the Braves Media Network. Also road football coming up on Saturday at Elizabeth City. The step up for Senecal Guzman. Trying to play it out wide, but mishit the pass, but UNCP able to misplay a touch by Limestone College. Here's Weissner. Trying to look for Pittman at the top of the 18. Pass went to no man's land. Back to Weissner. Tries to plant with the right foot. Sends it too high up over the frame of the Saints. At the same time, that's not probably the look that Lars Anderson is looking for. They like the long pass, but they don't necessarily want that shot from distance probably.
No, they really don't.
The first third of the second half has come and gone. Still Limestone College leading 1-0. Made it as high as 11th in the polls last season. Finished the year at 22nd after being axed in the first round of the NCAA tournament. They're trying to return there again. First things first, they'd have to win the Conference Carolinas once again. Pittman down towards the end line with a left foot, trying to send it in. Blocked and controlled by Ashton Bowles. Up to Murray. Murray a quick touch. Senecal Guzman trying to team up with Pittman, and Pittman, boy, for a forward, very impressive defensively as well. Nearly won it back for the Braves, but now Limestone College swings it out far side by their own bench. Racing up forward on that side is Millie Shaw. Now tangled up, I believe Katie Ryan out there, and then a foul against Shaw as she kind of held on to those legs of Ryan a little bit. Ryan couldn't keep her footing.
Looks like we got a sub over there for Limestone waiting to come in.
This will be their first sub of the half. The Braves, they didn't want to sub as early as they did in this half, but Shannon O'Neill went down with what could apparently be a left leg injury. Already had to be replaced here in this half by Katie Watkins, the senior from Kannapolis. We're at 28:59, waiting for the restart from our head official. The head referee is going to give it the go-ahead now for Gina Ryan. The header won on the 50-50 ball midfield by Holly Rockcliffe. Now the Saints trying to play it forward, another whistle. And this a foul and an advantage towards the Braves. That sub will still wait at the table at midfield for Limestone. 9-6 the Saints lead in shots. 4 saves for the Braves, 2 for Limestone College so far. The ball free at the top of the 18. Stevenson works it around towards the end line. Pittman sends it on the turf inside the 18. Now Stevenson trying to settle with the left foot. Gets it over there on one touch and off the piping it goes for, I believe, is it Senecal Guzman over there? No, she's back line.
See, that was
Weisner, excuse me.
Yeah, number 10, Kate Weisner.
Kate Weisner.
And seeing for Limestone, number 21, Shaylin Dotery comes in, and number 22, Danielle Murray heads to the bench for Limestone.
Murray getting a breather. He's played a lot of quality minutes this evening for the Saints. 27.5 minutes to go. Starting to look right into the glare across the way as the sun sets here on Lumbee River EMC Stadium. Weisner along that far side trying to get across in, looking for either Scott or Pittman on the back end, but couldn't find either. Cleared off. The Saints have now limited those touches on the back end for Scott and Pittman. The looks that they had in the first half, not there for Pembroke. Heavy collision into the attacking third. No whistle. Will play on. Along that far side corner. Stewart trying to get in the way of it. Still on the run into the box and tied up. Stewart and the attacker for Limestone College, Shaylin Doherty. The whistle comes. That is going to stop it outside of the box. A set piece coming for Limestone off of the foul against UNCP. This could put them in a similar position as where they were able to work a set piece for their only goal in the first half, the 24th minute goal for Selena Bavlet. Looks like the kick will be taken by Millie Shaw. Can't tell if that's Shaw over there.
It's number 7, Holly
Rockcliffe over to take the kick.
Holly Rockcliffe's taking the kick.
Headed off the back line by Stewart. Now Watkins in a foot race by the near side against Allie Wigloski. Reversing direction, bringing it back to Ashton Bowles. Square pass over to Leah Hippa. Now out towards Rockcliffe again on that far side. Going to work. Marked by Katie Ryan. Along the end line, and one touch too strong. Rockcliffe vying for a corner, but it'll be a goal kick instead for the Braves.
Okay, we got some substitutions coming in. Let's see, for the Braves, number 4, Riley Searing, the freshman, comes back in.
She'll get a breather for Kate Weisner, it looks like. The new addition for Limestone College.
Here's like number 17.
Nyara Capstein. There's a nice play by Scott on the takeaway. With some room to run and carry forward. Maybe touched it just a little too far out in front. One collision, but does get it outside towards Siren, and it's off the crossbar by Pittman. Almost put it home for the Braves' first goal of the season.
Such a great effort there by the Braves, especially by
Alexis Pittman. The one touch, the one-timer off of the pipes. But the Saints survive it. Still lead 1-0. Best look of the half there for Pembroke. Big time find by that new check-in, Riley Searing, the freshman. That was nearly a complete freshman connection for the first goal of the game. What would have been the first goal of the season for Pembroke?
And that definitely would have made Lars Anderson happy right there.
Especially, I don't think he necessarily, I mean, obviously you expect your freshmen to play well, but these aren't two freshmen that are expected to carry the load this year for UNCP, so it would just be kind of icing on the cake. And certainly impressive already, Alexis Pittman at the start, the Greensboro native. Here again, Searing trying to connect with Pittman on the back end. Just a little too far out in front, but you gotta like the idea again. Lars Anderson pacing along that far side. I think he's starting to get happy with some of the looks. His offense, better possessions the last couple of times on the attack. Watkins plays it out square, one touch, and a miss hit by Rochelle. Here it comes to the top of the 18. One step to the left and a one-time try off the crossbar. Knocks down, not in to the back of net. The left foot that time was for Millie's shot. And now here come the Braves on the counter. Big collision towards midfield. A step up by Emma Hickson to take away the opportunity. Went right for the ball. Now up forward again. Big shot here for Limestone College and just high by Alex Mathis. So now in the span of about 45 seconds, two really good opportunities for Limestone, but they come up empty on both looks. And now it's the Braves surviving after they rung one off the crossbar just a couple minutes ago. The Bikers blare on by behind us on the street. Here in Pembroke, 22.5 minutes left in the half, 1-0 Limestone College. The foul leaves the advantage here with UNCP. Trevor Williams, Joseph Thornton, Matt Sabatis, and our great UNC Pembroke crew with you here tonight. Hope you are enjoying your holiday weekend. Our best wishes, of course, to the folks in Texas and the portions of Louisiana who are picking up pieces on this holiday weekend.
And according to the latest weather reports, it seems like we might get hit by a hurricane here in the next couple weeks.
Folks are watching for Hurricane Irma. Of course, Hurricane Matthew last year hit about the time of the year that the season came to an end for UNCP.
Thank you.
Matthew was a tough one here locally. It caused some flooding definitely on campus.
It did. It canceled classes for a whole week.
Right now the Braves trying to create a little commotion. Be sent in by Katie Ryan. One header, it might have been a friendly, and trying to reset it with a left foot was Scott. Stacy Scott now racing back to it at the 18, fires it out wide, and the Braves nearly had another shot. I think the header got off of a Saint and it hit the crossbar. They were trying to clear it, and it was nearly an own goal. 1-0 Limestone College. About 20 minutes left in this game. 20 minutes and some change.
Yes, he's early on here in the second half. The Braves have had a lot of opportunities. I mean, they had 5 opportunities in the first half alone, and they've already had 4 here in the second half, but we still got over 20 minutes to go.
Still being outshot by 2, 11-9. So the 4 saves for Gina Ryan still. And here in this second half, it has been the battle of hitting the crossbar for these two teams. twice off the crossbar on Limestone College's net, and we've seen UNCP have the crossbar help him out once over to the right side. Nearly a nice takeaway for Alexis Hurd. The battle here on the near side, eventually won by Alex Mathis. Limestone will continue with possession. Set out of Gaffney, South Carolina. Originally, Limestone College was the first all-women's school in South Carolina. They're co-ed now, of course, and that was in the late 1960s. Gotta love the storied histories of the program out here in the East. Last touch off the volley on the right foot of Shaylin Doherty. Braves will throw, and they'll also bring in a substitution in this spot. They are bringing back Kate Weissner. This is some strategic subbing here in the second half. You haven't seen the last of Alexis Pittman, but Pittman going to get a little rest to recharge the battery before the final push here in half number 2. Braves trying to find a way to get to an equalizer. Trying to play it on a half volley along this near side, Riley Searing. Now it's possessed and controlled, trying to carry it forward, Emma Hickson. Had it taken back out by Christina Stevenson. Swung around the back line. Katie Ryan trying to touch it up to Watkins. Limestone holds it in on the attacking half. One trying to find around Rochelle, and last off of Limestone. Here comes the throw for UNCP. We're going to see the Braves start looking to be a little more on the attack here in the final 18 minutes. They've got to have a bit more urgency trying to find that equalizer.
And the Braves are running out of time, so if they want to make something happen, they got to do it now or never.
Start to be that mentality, and you might see this game kind of slow up. Limestone's going to, at some point, have the opportunity to try to pack it in, but you don't see a lot of teams try to do that too early with the 1-0 advantage, especially with an offense as good as Limestone has.
Let's see, a 1-0 lead in soccer is never safe.
That's right. You see that dwindle away into those final seconds. A settle to the back line, and eventually Allie Bull is able to work it towards midfield. It's still in the possession of UNCP. Back to the middle of the pitch. Allie Wingwowski trying to carry on forward. Going to be challenged by Katie Watkins. And knocked out by Alexis Hurd. Now the Braves a chance to counter, and they got slipped up for just a second. Here comes the big ball forward towards Searing. Controls it on the half volley, squares it out far side. Stepping up to it, Weissner trying to dribble around a defender, tripped up, and there's the foul whistled. Going to stay with UNCP. One yellow card in the first match of the year for Limestone College. Last year, UNCP did not commit any red cards. They only had 5 yellows. Pretty good team at playing clean soccer. Into the box on a hard shot, and it's nearly redirected towards net, but just wide of the near side post. Braves are trying to find the back end of that play. They came close to having a header home, but just redirected wide. Here, back in for Limestone College, Danielle Murray. Murray from Dublin, Ireland. This is a well-traveled squad for Limestone College. They've got more players on their bench than they do on the pitch. Huge, huge team. Traveled here to take on UNCP. Second game of the year for Limestone, who was 0-1. The Braves, this is the season opener. The kick away by Veronica Smeltzer. One hops up forward, one touch for Shaw, racing towards the end line, shoves the back of Haley Stewart, and Stewart was the last to touch it out of play, so a corner kick coming. Certainly looked like in that race that Shaw got a hand into the back of Stewart, pushing it towards the end line. Heads up play by the junior. One zip corner kick coming. Here comes a set on the set piece. It's flying towards the upper half of the 18. Knocked back towards Murray, quickly trying to turn around. Fought off by Searing. Now it's rolling soft to the corner. Searing trying to possess. Locked up at the feet with Murray and bounces it off the corner flag for the throw to come to the Braves. Good battle there by the freshman midfielder Riley Searing.
Yes, it looks like before the corner kick happened, looks like number 33, Kyra Reese, came in for Limestone.
Limestone able to make those substitutions late, get their added energy. That's where they have a big time advantage late in this match. You would think with the subs available, they'll have the fresher legs. And Pembroke trying to dig deep right now into the final third of this second half of play, trailing 1-0. Trying to pick up a win at home over a ranked opponent. Will need to do it in come from behind fashion. Still trying to net an equalizer. Big spin around and the run on now for Doherty. Stopped up for one moment by Hurd, and now Guzman able to come up to it. Finds Scott midfield. Lots of Limestone jerseys, but Scott funnels it outside towards Weissner. Running quarter of the 18, carrying on. Eventually has it won away by Nyara Capstein. 47-10, Limestone outscored its opposition last year, and they had 12 shutouts in 2016.
Wow, 12 shutouts in 2016, good grief.
12 of those 18 wins, and they're trying to get their first of this new season. Right now, the clean sheet for keeper Veronica Smeltzer in just her second start. A half volley settled by Rochelle, and Weissner's off on the far side. We going back to Limestone College as we approach the final 10 minutes here at UNC Pembroke. Just 18 goals allowed by the Braves last year in 18 games. That's 1 goal a game. They've given up just 1 this afternoon. Only 1 miscue that's hurt them. Rochelle fires it right back into the scorer's table on the far side. Still Limestone College with the sunshine blazing right in on the bleachers now tonight.
Yes, I can tell the sun's been giving you some trouble.
Good crowd on hand as well. Everybody shielding the eyes, trying to watch these exciting final 10 minutes. It's a big tackle by Katie Ryan, just outside of the box it looked like. It was a clean tackle according to our head referee. Now the throw on the far side. They're going to readjust it. A little too far into the attacking third. It's now 11-10 in shots in favor still for Limestone College. The step through by Hurd. One touch by Watkins. Now Hurd with some room to carry on. Looking forward for Scott. Hit it off the back heel of Scott. And now Scott collides with a Limestone defender. And it's free for Searing. Freshman surveying top of the 18. Locked up on a tackle in the corner of the box. Cleared off by Daniel Murray. Here come the Braves on the attack. Just over 10 minutes to go. Trying to make something happen down the stretch. Oh.
Well, looks like that one went off her face there.
Friendly fire off of Shaylin Doherty. Settles at the feet of Hurd. Now Hurd bumped towards the corner and a foul. This will be a set piece coming for the Braves now.
Yes, and actually that was number 11, Ashton Bowles, that had the ball to the face.
They seem to recover all right, running back into the box defensively. Setting up to take this for the Braves, Christina Stevenson, the set piece specialist for UNC Pembroke. So lots of friendlies on the backside post, sends this very long, headed off for a moment by Limestone. Back in towards the box it goes, and a sure-handed snag by Veronica Smeltzer. Had 12 saves on Thursday, Smeltzer. That time on the cross, making sure that UNCP didn't have a chance on the back end. Rochelle trying to run it down on the far side. Under 10 now.
As it looks like number 3, Alexis Pittman, comes back on for the Braves. And number 4, Riley Searing, heads to the bench.
Pittman got about a 9-minute breather game time. Pittman's been a little spark plug, the forward line for UNCP. They're hoping that they have put enough gas back in the tank for Pittman that maybe she can help generate the equalizer in the final 10 minutes of regulation. On the attacking half, throw belongs to the Braves. Katie Ryan outside. Trying to throw to a teammate along that far side. Now locking it up, Ryan, and earns the throw once again. One header touch back towards Watkins near the top of the 18 at the corner. Falls down, has it cleared off the line by Limestone College again. So here we go. The Braves still trying to mount the attack. 8.5 minutes left in regulation. 1-0 Saints. Their goal in the 24th minute for Selena Bavlet, if you're just joining us. One step through by Senecal Guzman. A redirection to the left side for Hickson. Now trying to play it on forward. Katie Ryan locked up there with Kyra Reese. Ryan shoved to the turf, gets back up, has possession of the ball. Now sandwiched by a couple defenders, and Reese ends up taking it away. Things getting physical as we expected into these final minutes. Pittman now with a shove at midfield to take one away. Speed and footwork towards the box. Wants to work outside right. Has it marked by a defender and cleared off by Allie Bowles. Tough luck for Pittman. Wanted to take it herself outside right and couldn't get there. Now Rochelle a step outside. Still into the midfield it goes. Down that far side touchline. Shaylin Doherty looking to get it back to the middle of the field. Gets a quick pass back from Allie Winglowski. Doherty with the cross, wide of net. Back behind the post it goes. Gina Ryan will have the goal kick, a sub coming for Limestone College. 6:55 remaining in regulation. 1-0 Limestone College.
And it looks like it's number 3 from Limestone, Millie Shaw, coming back onto the field.
1-0 the score, 11-10 in shots. Limestone has the advantage there. Six and a half minutes to go, and Limestone, if they can put another one in back in net, they'd feel comfortable at this point of the contest. Still the Braves trying to work their counter, and it's going to be on the outside with Kate Weissner. Now looking for Stacy Scott, and offside called. Scott hurdling over the keeper, Veronica Smeltzer, but she was still behind that back line, says the assistant referee far side. Crowd groaning as we approach the final 5 minutes. It's the kind of opportunity you're looking for if your UNCPs. Have Scott kind of wait on that defensive back line and then sneak off it and break free.
Exactly, because only, like I said, we are approaching the 5-minute mark, so the Braves are running out of time to try to make a move as they still try to search for an equalizer here.
Riley Searing right back in for UNCP. Has been inserted on that far side, and believe another Brave was helped off the field. Maybe Katie Watkins. Trying to see on that far side who is standing behind the bench with Rose Bussey, the athletic trainer.
It was like a double-digit number. I can't.
Now Millie Shaw trying to thread it towards the end line. Shaw shoves a Brave defender. The foul's going to send it the other way for UNCP.
Yeah, it kind of looks like number 13 is over there behind the bench for UNC Pembroke.
I don't think we have a 13. I have to keep you posted on if we see somebody up over there. Looks like maybe Katie Ryan's missing. Katie Ryan's not on that back line now. She's the one that's been helped off by the training staff. Foul against Limestone College. It's going to stay with UNCP. 4.5 minutes to go.
Yes, yeah, that is Katie Ryan over there on the bench.
They actually whistled that against UNCP, so Limestone College has it. Crowd a little restless here. They want the Braves to have plenty of opportunities with the ball.
And see, we're approaching the 4-minute mark, so time is running out.
This is sent deep towards this near side. Murray, what a stride to get to it into the corner. Now trying to hold it into that corner to bleed some clock. Trying to fight around it, Hurd. Murray, or make that Millie Shaw rather, bringing it out of that corner. Up towards Doherty. Again, back towards Shaw. She'll want to work towards that corner. Sandwiched up once. And now Pittman knocks it down. Had it trapped under the cleat, got back up. Possession with the Braves. They're trying to swing it quickly up forward, but there's the Saint waiting on the back end. Hurd sees it going towards the end line, and the last touch off of Shaylin Doherty. Much needed goal kick coming here for UNCP with 3.5 minutes. A chance to try to reverse field quickly, and now they're contending with Limestone College, who at this point is happy to try to pack it in and bleed the clock. Goes off the side of the head of Watkins. Walking away, but still composed. Hurd, a slight touch, and it goes out of play, still with Limestone. 3 minutes now remaining in regulation. 1-0 Limestone College leading UNCP.
Take your time, bounce it 8 times.
Braves needing an equalizer. Toss down the near side with Shaw. Senecal Guzman ends up stepping up in front, trying to carry it on forward herself, looking for some space outside. Here comes the swing wide, trying to race to it outside. Weissner in a foot race to that far side, and it's cleared out over there by Nyara Capstein. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in regulation. 1-0 Limestone College, and they're going to have the throw now. Quickly, the Braves losing that opportunity. Shots nearly even. Only goal back in the first half in the 24th minute for Limestone. Header on that far side by Searing. Now chasing up Senecal Guzman. Trying to switch to more of a midfield type play now. Looking to get it outside with Weissner. Chance for a cross coming up here for UNCP. They're looking back post. It's tapped once. Players are down, and now it's cleared off defensively by Limestone College.
Another great effort by the Braves.
Yep, and they're playing that long ball, and they had a great cross set up by Weissner. Now with 1.5 minutes left, they might have one more good offensive possession left. It'll start with a goal kick first for Limestone College. Veronica Smeltzer to send it away from the top of the 18. Nearing the minute mark. Bodies crashing at midfield. One Brave slow to get up. That looked like Searing. Now down the far side into the corner it goes for Limestone. Gina Ryan trying to run it down as fast as she can, and will work it back in for a goal kick. Under a minute to play. This midfield play is huge on this 50-50 ball. It's going to more settle at the feet of Kyra Reese. Braves need possession, and they need the attacking half. On that far side instead, Watkins sending it out of play. Just 30 seconds left. Limestone College getting close to putting win number 1 of the season on ice, and maybe their first shutout of the year. As now a foul against Limestone, and the Braves have a chance to flip it, but the ball is deep down towards the corner. They're going to stop the clock. Try to get a ball right up to the players along that far side. This will need to be a quick turn. 17 seconds. Braves trailing 1-0, needing the equalizer. It was with 12 seconds left that Lenore Ryan in overtime on Thursday beat Limestone College. Braves trying to create some late heartbreak. One step and a left-footed try by Stevenson right at the keeper. And it's scooped by Smeltzer, and that should do it as she'll bounce it around at the top of the box and now kick it free with just a couple seconds left. And that is the final tonight in Pembroke, with Limestone College, number 21 team in the country, picking up win number 1 of its season to move to 1-1. UNCP falls to 0-1 on the season opener, a 1-0 final for Limestone College over your UNC Pembroke Braves. We'll take a timeout, come back and talk about this match after a message here on the Braves Media Network.
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Back here at Lumbee River EMC Stadium, Trevor Williams alongside Joseph Thornton and Matt Sabatis, our producer, where the final this evening, Limestone College, number 21 team in the country, wins it 1-0 over your UNC Pembroke Braves. And Joseph, there were chances tonight for UNC Pembroke. Certainly still a lot of soccer ahead of Pembroke. Tough to lose tonight, but lost to a good team, and they had a lot of looks.
Several different chances. I mean, they had 11 shots on goal, same as Limestone, but the Braves just could not capitalize. But like you said, it's a real early season. We got a lot of soccer ahead of us, so anything can happen over the course of a season.
We have to watch out. These are going to be two really good teams here in the southeast region of Division II soccer. You mentioned some of those stats, the shots even at 11, 5 on goal for Limestone, 3 on goal for UNC Pembroke, but Limestone gets the one that counts, a 24th minute goal for Selena Bavelet, the first of her collegiate career. It came 23 minutes and 5 seconds into the contest this evening. 4 saves for Gina Ryan on the defensive side, 3 on the other side for Veronica Smeltzer, the first clean sheet of Smeltzer's career and shutout number 1 on the season for Limestone College. 7 corner kicks for Limestone, 3 for UNC Pembroke. They had far fewer set piece opportunities, and then the 8 fouls to 4 for Limestone as they picked up the win this evening. It was our pleasure to bring it to you here at Lumbee River EMC Stadium. For our entire crew, Joseph Thornton and our producer Matt Sabatis, this is Trevor Williams wishing you a pleasant evening from Pembroke. The final score, Limestone College 1, UNC Pembroke 0 here on the Braves Media Network.